What's up, folks? Today we're talking about the red-hot ChatGPT AI chatbot and how you can invest in the company behind it, OpenAI, for some potentially massive returns. By now, you've probably heard about or even used ChatGPT. This AI chatbot took the world by storm when it launched end of 2022, gaining over 1 million users in just 5 days. Absolutely incredible growth. ChatGPT is an AI system created by a company called OpenAI. It uses deep learning and natural language processing to understand questions and provide human-like responses. You can ask it complex questions, have natural conversations, get it to explain concepts, summarize articles, write code, and more. The capabilities of ChatGPT blew people away because the responses were so articulate, nuanced, and downright human-sounding. It felt like a major leap forward for AI. Now this technology has huge business potential and companies are already lining up to tap into it. The natural question many folks have is, can I invest in the company behind ChatGPT, OpenAI? Well, in today's video, we'll cover everything you need to know about investing in OpenAI and ChatGPT's future. There's a lot of interesting angles here, so buckle up. OpenAI Background. First, a quick background on OpenAI. What is OpenAI, and why should you care? Well, OpenAI is a research organization that aims to create artificial intelligence AI that can benefit humanity without being constrained by profit motives or harmful agendas. Sounds noble, right? OpenAI was founded in 2015 by a group of visionary tech leaders such as Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and others. They wanted to ensure that AI would be developed in a responsible and ethical way, and that it would be aligned with human values and interests. But creating AI is not cheap or easy. It requires a lot of computing power and cloud infrastructure. And we are not talking about your average AI models here. We are talking about state-of-the-art AI models with billions of parameters that can cost millions of dollars to train. That's why OpenAI is structured as a nonprofit organization. They don't have to worry about making money or pleasing shareholders. They can focus on advancing the frontiers of AI research and creating beneficial AI for everyone. Microsoft and OpenAI partnership. A match made in the cloud. How did Microsoft become the biggest supporter of OpenAI? Well, it all started in 2019, when they decided to invest $1 billion into OpenAI to become their exclusive cloud provider. That's right, Microsoft was willing to fork over $1 billion to get access to OpenAI's massive AI models and projects. They also agreed to provide the Azure cloud infrastructure and engineering support needed to run them. But that was just the beginning. In January 2023, Microsoft went all in and invested another $10 billion into OpenAI. That's more than the GDP of some countries. Why did they do that? Well, they got a sweet deal in return. They now own 49% of OpenAI and have a contract to be their exclusive cloud provider for at least the next 10 years. So Microsoft is now the main partner of OpenAI and positioned to benefit from their breakthroughs and innovations. They are also helping them achieve their vision of creating beneficial AI for humanity. Or maybe they just want to be the first ones to meet the super intelligent AI that OpenAI might create someday. Who knows? How to invest in OpenAI through Microsoft. You might be wondering, how can I get a piece of the action from OpenAI's amazing AI research and products? Well, there is a catch. OpenAI is still a private company, so you can't just go and buy their shares on the stock market. But don't worry, there is a workaround. You can invest in their major backer, Microsoft. Yes, the same Microsoft that makes Windows, Office, and Xbox. They also own nearly half of OpenAI and provide them with the cloud infrastructure and engineering support they need. By owning Microsoft stock, you can indirectly benefit from OpenAI's success. As OpenAI's technologies like ChatGPT gain more users and businesses pay for access, that should translate to higher revenues and profits for Microsoft. And Microsoft is not playing around. They just invested another $10 billion into OpenAI on top of the $1 billion they invested in 2019. That's a huge vote of confidence in OpenAI's potential and vision. They also have an exclusive deal to be OpenAI's cloud provider for at least the next 10 years. That means they are positioned to profit from every company that utilizes OpenAI's AI through their Azure platform. So if you want to invest in OpenAI, you might want to consider investing in Microsoft. They are not only one of the biggest tech companies in the world, but also one of the biggest supporters of OpenAI, and they are betting big on their future. OpenAI services on Azure. To understand Microsoft's potential gains, let's talk about how businesses are already using OpenAI's tech. Azure OpenAI Service. Companies can access OpenAI models like GPT 3.5 through Azure to create applications. Azure Cognitive Services. Microsoft offers APIs for computer vision, speech, language, search, and decision-making. Powered by OpenAI. Azure Bot Service. Create intelligent bots and virtual agents using OpenAI's natural language tech. As more businesses adopt these AI services, Azure revenues and profits should rise. And remember, Azure is Microsoft's main growth engine behind Office and Windows. OpenAI, how they make money while saving the world. You might be curious, how does OpenAI make money as a nonprofit? Aren't they supposed to be focused on creating beneficial AI for humanity, not chasing profits? Well, OpenAI is not your typical nonprofit. They have a unique capped profit model where investors can earn up to 100x their investment over a 10-year period. That means if Microsoft invested $10 billion into OpenAI, they can get up to $1 trillion back in 10 years. That's a pretty sweet deal. But how does OpenAI generate revenue? Well, they have a few sources of income. They charge fees when external companies use their APIs and enterprise services. For example, if you want to use their ChatGPT technology to create a chatbot for your business, you have to pay a fee. They also plan to monetize consumer products like ChatGPT directly in the future, once the tech is robust enough. Imagine paying a subscription fee to chat with your favorite celebrity or character, powered by OpenAI's AI. So, OpenAI has incentive to rapidly advance their AI capabilities and get them into the hands of as many businesses and consumers as possible. This means they need to hire more PhDs, build more data centers, train larger models, etc. Great news for Microsoft, who will power everything behind the scenes. How Microsoft could double its money with OpenAI. What kind of returns can Microsoft expect from its massive investment in OpenAI? Well, let's crunch some numbers and see. As OpenAI's tech scales up, Microsoft could see a huge boost in its Azure revenues. Azure is already a cash cow for Microsoft, with over $25 billion in annual revenue and over 40% growth. But with OpenAI's help, Azure could become even more dominant in the cloud AI market. JP Morgan estimates that ChatGPT alone could bring an extra $10 billion in cloud revenue by 2025. And that's just one product from OpenAI. There are many more AI products and services that OpenAI is working on, such as Codex, DALL-E, and Clip. These could generate billions more in revenue for Microsoft as they become more widely adopted by businesses and consumers. And don't forget, Microsoft owns nearly half of OpenAI. That means nearly half of those fat-capped profits funnel directly to Microsoft. How much are we talking about? Well, based on my rough calculation, this could add over $5 EPS to Microsoft by 2030. That's roughly 50% upside from current 2022 EPS of $9.28. And Microsoft is not an expensive stock. It trades at a reasonable forward P/E of 26. But if AI really does become as transformative as many expect, then Microsoft could deserve a higher valuation. So if you project out 10 years and apply a moderate P/E expansion to 35, shares could potentially double to $400. That would equate to 15% plus CAGR. Of course, this is very speculative long-term forecasting. No one knows exactly how big this opportunity can become. But it's clear that Microsoft has a lot to gain from its partnership with OpenAI. And that's why I think Microsoft is one of the best ways to invest in the future of AI. What could make Microsoft stock pop in the short term? Microsoft is not just a long-term play on AI. There are also some short-term catalysts that could drive its stock price higher. 1. ChatGPT user and revenue growth updates from management on earnings calls. ChatGPT is one of the most popular products from OpenAI, and it's powered by Microsoft's Azure cloud. If management reveals impressive numbers on how many users and businesses are using ChatGPT and how much revenue it's generating, that could boost investor confidence and sentiment. 2. New OpenAI product announcements like DALL-E 3 or Codex. OpenAI is constantly working on new and exciting AI products and services, such as DALL-E 3, a generative model that can create realistic images from text descriptions, or Codex, a natural language programming system that can write code from plain English. If OpenAI announces new products like these, or updates on existing ones, that could spark more interest and excitement in Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI. 3. More OpenAI commercialization deals with large enterprises. OpenAI is not just creating AI for fun. They are also looking to monetize their AI by offering enterprise services and solutions. For example, they recently partnered with Shopify to power their online store chatbots with ChatGPT. If OpenAI signs more deals like this with large and reputable enterprises, that could show the market potential and value of their AI, and by extension, Microsoft's cloud platform. 4. Azure sales growth acceleration from OpenAI services. Azure is already a fast-growing and profitable business for Microsoft, but it could grow even faster with the help of OpenAI services. As more businesses and consumers use OpenAI's AI products and services, they will also use more of Microsoft's cloud infrastructure and resources. This could lead to higher Azure sales growth and margins, which could boost Microsoft's bottom line and stock price. These types of updates should get investors more excited about Microsoft's role in the AI revolution. And if Azure growth starts outpacing AWS because of OpenAI, watch out above. That would be huge for the stock. How to invest in Microsoft. A step-by-step guide. So you're convinced that Microsoft is the best way to invest in OpenAI and ChatGPT. But how do you actually buy Microsoft stock and profit from its growth? Don't worry, I'll show you how. Just follow these simple steps. 1. Open a brokerage account with a reputable provider like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. These are online platforms that allow you to buy and sell stocks and other securities. You'll need to provide some personal and financial information and fund the account with cash. 2. Buy Microsoft stock directly. The ticker symbol is MSFT. You can use the search function on your brokerage platform to find it. Then, submit a buy order for the number of shares you want to buy. You can either specify a limit price, the maximum price you're willing to pay, or a market price, the current price. I recommend using a limit price to avoid paying too much in case of price fluctuations. 3. Dollar cost average over time. This means buying a fixed amount of stock at regular intervals, regardless of the price. This way, you can reduce the impact of market volatility and lower your average cost per share. Aim to build a starter position of around $5,000 to $10,000 over several months or quarters. 4. Sell cash-secured puts below Microsoft's current price. This is a more advanced strategy that involves selling put options on Microsoft stock. A put option gives the buyer the right to sell the stock at a certain price, the strike price, by a certain date, the expiration date. By selling put options, you collect a premium, the price of the option upfront, but you also agree to buy the stock at the strike price if the buyer exercises the option. This means you need to have enough cash in your account to cover the potential purchase, hence cash secured. The benefit of this strategy is that you get paid to enter the stock at a lower cost basis than the current price. For example, if Microsoft is trading at $300, you can sell a put option with a strike price of $280 and collect $10 in premium. If Microsoft stays above $280 by the expiration date, you keep the premium and repeat the process. If Microsoft drops below $280, you buy 100 shares of Microsoft at $280 each, minus the premium you collected. Your effective purchase price is $270 per share, which is lower than the current price of $300. 5. Do your due diligence on the company, their financials, valuation, and growth runway. Before investing in any stock, you should do your homework and research the company thoroughly. You should understand their business model, their competitive advantages, their financial performance, their valuation metrics, and their growth prospects. You should also be aware of the risks and challenges they face, such as competition, regulation, innovation, etc. 6. Understand that Microsoft is much more than just OpenAI. While OpenAI is a major catalyst for Microsoft's growth, it's not the only one. Microsoft is a diversified tech giant that has many other products and services that generate revenue and profits. Some of these include Windows, Office, Xbox, LinkedIn, Dynamics, Surface, Bing, etc. You should be familiar with these segments and how they contribute to Microsoft's overall performance. 7. Sell covered calls against your position to lower your cost basis through premium collection. This is another advanced strategy that involves selling call options on Microsoft stock that you own. A call option gives the buyer the right to buy the stock at a certain price, the strike price, by a certain date, the expiration date. By selling call options, you collect a premium upfront, but you also agree to sell the stock at the strike price if the buyer exercises the option. The benefit of this strategy is that you lower your cost basis by collecting premium income and potentially sell your stock at a higher price than the current price. For example, if Microsoft is trading at $300 and your cost basis is $270 per share, you can sell a call option with a strike price of $320 and collect $5 in premium. If Microsoft stays below $320 by the expiration date, you keep the premium and repeat the process. If Microsoft rises above $320, you sell 100 shares of Microsoft at $320 each, plus the premium you collected. Your effective selling price is $325 per share, which is higher than the current price of $300. 8. Hold for the long term to allow the OpenAI partnership to reach its full potential. Patience and discipline will be key. Investing in Microsoft is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term play on AI and its impact on society and business. You should be prepared to hold your position for at least 5 to 10 years or more, and ignore short-term noise and fluctuations in the market. You should also reinvest your dividends and premiums to compound your returns over time. As OpenAI's technologies and products become more widely adopted and profitable, Microsoft's stock price should reflect that and reward you handsomely. 9. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose. AI is still an emerging field. While OpenAI is one of the most promising and innovative players in the space, there are no guarantees that they will succeed or dominate. There are many unknowns and uncertainties in the AI landscape, such as technical challenges, ethical issues, social implications, regulatory hurdles, etc. There are also many competitors and rivals that are vying for a piece of the AI pie, such as Google, Amazon, Facebook, IBM, etc. These factors could affect Microsoft's and OpenAI's performance and valuation in the future. Therefore, you should only invest what you can comfortably lose without affecting your lifestyle or financial goals. A good rule of thumb is to allocate no more than 10% of your portfolio to Microsoft stock. There you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to invest in Microsoft to gain exposure to OpenAI and ChatGPT. I hope you found this helpful and informative. Alright guys, that wraps up this overview on how to invest in the company behind ChatGPT, OpenAI. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you got value, smash that like button. Really helps the channel. And consider subscribing if you want to see more videos on investing and stock analysis. I'll have some great content coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.